Hello. Okay. Um, Apparently I had a bit of a technical issue there. My mic was not working, and in no way, shape, or form does Streamlabs fix that particular problem without me restarting Streamlabs. And when I restart Streamlabs, guess what? I have to end the stream. Annoying, but it is fixed. All right. So, uh, although you didn't hear any of my spiel before, let's start over. All right. So, um, today's stream is going to be about um, how I was going through and looking at I was looking at curriculums and stuff like that. I first got wind of this via I think it was Steven Crowder. Um, that Black Lives Matter had started having some influence in the schools, which is concerning to me. Now, from what I could find, now that doesn't mean it's not there, and they just didn't post it. Uh, that it is not in his school district. However, there are many school districts out there that are allowing Black Lives Matter material to be taught to your kids. Now, some of the material is insane, literally telling kids like my kid, who he's half, he's a mixed race. He's half Mexican and half white. But because he's half white, that he is inherently needs to make up for that. That he is wrong in many ways. That he needs to basically they're telling him to kowtow down to people of different races. That's not okay. He lives in America, and in America, we don't bow to anybody. That's the point of standing in for the Pledge of Allegiance. That was a very big thing. That we have no king. We have no reason to bow. And to bow or take a knee or anything like that. That's not how this country works. And the fact that there are people trying to basically teach your child that this is a thing, that's just not okay. I mean, I'm a little less ranty this time, more or less just genuinely concerned. Um, because that to me is insanity. Like, check your so if you are a parent, go out of your way, check your kid's curriculum. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have done it had I not been informed elsewhere too. Because it is a long, laborious process. And you want to hope that, and maybe that's part of the problem, is we want to hope that people are going to do when you send your kid to school, that it's going to be done for their best interest. But in this particular case, it's not. And that's a sad truth. I Anyway, uh, it's downright scary to think that people have gotten to the point where they think that's okay. That it's okay to just, oh, no, we'll teach the kids that they're inherently evil or wrong straight from the get-go. And thanks to those watching for catching that I was not being heard, because I did not know that. I do appreciate it. But yeah, you don't tell that to a kid. That's not okay. Like, we have to go out of our way to give our kids the best chance they have at feeling as, like they're doing the right thing, that they are okay in how in their everyday feelings, because, you know, the real world is going to crap all over them. And we as parents know this ahead of time, and we have to do our best to make sure that for as long as possible, not to shelter them, for as long as possible, we build them up. That way, when the world does start to crap on them, they've got enough tools and enough self-confidence to go, well, okay, that's your opinion. That's your feelings on this. We're just going to move on. I'm just going to move on with my life. You sit there and be angry and evil. You do you, bro. But that's not what they were wanting to teach in this curriculum. They were wanting to teach how everything everything about the United States is wrong and bad and evil. No. We are There's a reason why, you know, everybody looks to us for most things. Right now they're looking for us to see, okay, let's see how they resolve this what is, essentially becoming, it's a civil, it's not even a civil rights thing. It's a divide in our country via it's a racial tension situation. That's the word I'm looking for, because Civil War, people saying that you're getting ahead of yourself. Could it be? Yes. Will it be? Probably not. Only because the people doing this, for the most part, they don't have uh, the stay with it power that would require a actual civil war. Um, because in my personal opinion, if they did not try to pull this during an election year, which is not at all a coincidence, I am 100% sure of that. If this had been any other time frame within 4 years, it'd have been squished rather quickly. There would have been no riots like this. The only reason why this is happening like this is because, well, Dingleberry, Orange, or should I say, Orange Skittle, is he's afraid of his ratings going down, and or his appeal towards people who voted him in already. And that is an inherent problem with a republic like ours, is people want to please people. Now, it should be their goal to want to make us happy, but not at the expense of our own safety, which is what is occurring. It's really truly hard to look at, you know, somebody saying that about where I grew up. And in all honesty, it is pretty atrocious that they literally use the freedoms that they were given, or they use their freedom to subvert others' freedom. And I think that's where a lot of people don't. I don't know. I don't know if they're just not paying attention, or if they just don't care because it hasn't reached their doorstep yet. But maybe you need to look into. Maybe it's reaching your doorstep in a different way. Maybe you need to look into what is happening, and see if maybe what you thought was 600 miles away in a big city not bothering you is right on your doorstep and you don't even know it. because now I don't think this will be such an issue in the more heavily red states, but Washington, Oregon, California, they are all falling prey to this. And you need to stop and look. Because if you don't pay attention, that's how they get it in there. They expect you to have a lack of ambition, I guess, or a lack of caring about your children to actually look into it. Big cities, especially, if you're like a lot of, you know, a lot more than people would like to think, anyways, of African Americans out there who do not like what's going on, and you live in a big city, pay attention because that's where it's really happening. That's where they're really truly going to try to strike. They're going to try to get those young kids who are, in that, their parents don't agree with you, agree with the Black Lives Matter movement, not the words. By the way, there is a difference. The movement is a communist organization by their own callings. Like they have literally said this themselves. This is not something I'm coming up with. If you look, they have many videos out about how they're trained Marxists. That's just a different way of saying communist. Anybody with more than half a brain already knows that, though. But we as a people really truly need to get out there and let them know that we're not going to stand for them trying to indoctrinate and subvert our own actions in our schools. It's not okay. Now, like I said, this is more or less just a PSA warning thing. I'm not going to be on here very long. I have had really, really bad allergies these past few days. I don't know what's in the air, but I probably sound terrible, and I'm not going to make you listen to it anymore. So we didn't get a lot done. Our dudes didn't come back from the caravan yet. We had to rescue Rick here. And other than that, not much has gone on in the colony. This is the colony I started yesterday. I brought it up, I got it into a starting position where, we got beds. I did have to come down here and kill a few. So when I originally saw this, I didn't see all this inlay. It was all covered up. So all I saw was this neat little crook here with a nice little geyser right in the middle of it for my electricity. So I was like, yay, this will be fun. This will have a great start. And then I dug in I think it was right here because this was kind of all wonky. So I tried to make it into a square. As soon as I broke this, the whole thing opened up and I was like, oh. And there are these dudes chilling over here with a little cocoon. And I could not allow that to sit there. So took them out. And then hopefully this wall gets built up over here. Just trying to patch the holes that were apparently in my plan. But other than that, it's coming along pretty well. It is an Adaptus Mechanicus setup. So, and it's actually pretty cool. So if you look at their health, they have all sorts of pre-installed bits. Like this one has 2 power claws. It has a bad back, which I will fix later. He could basically eat anything. He's got a bionic heart, 2 bionic legs, pain stopper, and a joy wire, and a gastroanalyzer. Yeah, sorry. 2 bionic eyes and a bionic ear. Barely any human left there. Which is pretty neat. So, lots of advantages when it comes to that stuff. But until next time, everybody, Um, have a wonderful day. Sorry this was such a short one, but I'm not going to proceed much more with the colony. I'm just going to. Oh, actually, they just came back. Cool. Actually, got all that armor while on the thing. They kind of. I got hit by a bunch of Eldar and killed them promptly. What the heck? What is this? What in the world? There's a wild human male. Okay. I don't know what mod this is coming off of. In all honesty, it seems like a glitch. But I'm gonna go tame me a human male. Oh, okay. Sorry. That was good. Is there any more wild males out there? Let's check the wildlife tab. Uh, no, it looks like it's just Raymond. Yeah. I will make sure to keep an eye out for other wild humans. Wish that happened during my orc campaign. That would have been even better. Anyway, uh, till next